Vernon, BC is quite a place, everybody, if you've never been there very much. Of course, it's really, really hot, really hot. You're right down there in the Okanagan, of course, not too far from Kelowna, right at the very end of the Okanagan Lake. Beautiful town, beautiful scenery, a little sketchy sometimes downtown, sure. Yeah, Vernon, you're a little sketchy sometimes, and some pretty funny things happen there today. Let's look at some of the best of Vernon this last year. There it is. This is bad news. My God.
Falling out right now.
Anything could happen. Get on! Wow. I'll watch the video later. They try mopping this. Oh, yeah, I always forget to say this, but if you could hit like, share, subscribe, please help a guy out. I'm trying to make a go of it as a YouTuber, and it's not working. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers here this year. If you could help me get there, that would blow my mind. Okay, let's go. So back on February 9th, this guy decides he's just going to turn around this driveway, but do a real half-ass job of her. So as he's backing in there, he hits the fire hydrant, and water is shooting up everywhere. That's going to freeze onto the road. Not good. He spends a second there looking at it. Like, oh, what should I do? Oh, I guess I should keep turning now really fast. He hits just backs right into it. And it's like you were aiming for it. There's all this wide space, huge driveway you could use. Yeah, you could have pulled into the driveway there in front of you and reversed out and turned around. But instead you had to just back into a fire hydrant carelessly. Let's see some more video evidence of this. Oh, buddy, you suck. What I was trying to do is, click on this so I could show you the hydrant itself spewing water out, but for some reason I can't enlarge it. You're just going to have to believe me. That's a hydrant right there spewing water out there. Someone driving a vehicle too big for them to handle, says one person. Look for a yellow bumper. Great video evidence. Thanks for sharing that. Best turned themselves into the RCMP. I don't know whatever happened with this one. Unbelievable coyote just hanging out there in a bunch of dirt there in Vernon. We even get traffic jams in Vernon, too. It's not exactly like the 401. Must have been an accident or something like that here on Kalamalka. Yikes. Like that word, Kalamalka. It's like some kind of a name for an olive or something. It's like, would you like some Kalamalkas? And if you didn't know, people in Vernon are awesome because they do this kind of stuff. They put together these weird, creepy displays. Maybe it's just like the way their house is all year round. I'm assuming this is a Halloween video. Maybe this is just the murder house in Vernon, and I've got it completely wrong. But it does say welcome. Of course, murderers like to welcome people into their murder chamber. You never know. That was a straight-up Halloween display. Really good. I love that stuff, friends. Vernon, BC. Not so bad, you see. Oh, yeah. See this thing here? This is a spider. If that Halloween display wasn't scary enough for you, here's a black widow spider. For some reason, it doesn't just keep looping the video like I want it to, so I got to keep pressing the loop here. There. Terrifying looking thing. We don't have anything like that up here in the mountains. No, we don't. If the Cooper's hawks, if the weird messed up mosquitoes, if the black widow spiders don't scare you, here's this weird snake with like a stumpy tail, weird thing. It's like coming at this guy. You got this guy's like, what kind of spider is this? You know, it's like everything about Vernon's all about spiders and bugs. And of course, we have very big things that are scary, like grizzly bears. But they don't hide in your shoe. They're not in your basement. You know, they're not maybe in your bed at night. Oh, I don't know about living in warm climates. It's not really for me. These people in this video are freaking out about a weird mosquito-like bug that's on their plate. It's on their plate. Luckily, the plate is empty. They've already eaten. Look at this weird thing. People in the comments are like, weird. What is it? It's a weird mosquito in Vernon. If you don't like the spiders, well, then you got the mosquito with weird things to deal with. Hopefully, the weird spiders kill the weird mosquitoes and they just leave you alone. Some kind of a Cooper's hawk here. Lots of wildlife in Vernon, BC. Beautiful place, right? Lots of wildlife, lots of animals, and lots of nightlife, too. Some of the wildlife is people. Here it's stealing a thing. There it goes.
We want to be taken seriously. We don't want to be called dear and sweetie and all that crap. We are human beings.
We don't want to be called dear and sweetie. I really like what these people are doing, though. Seniors Against Poverty. This is some good stuff. Don't get me wrong. I thought this is like, we don't want to be laughed at. That she says something funny. It's like, we don't want to be called dear or sweetie. It's like, come on. If you don't want to be laughed at, don't be funny, lady. But I agree. You're not invisible. I agree with what you're saying there. The cup movement. Seniors need help. Please help them. Yeah, I mean, that's the case all over. And, of course, lots of seniors like to move down to these warm places in the Okanagan. So there's large senior communities. And if you see things going on in your community that seniors are doing or being a part of or need help with, whatever, show some solidarity. Get in there, help them out. Seniors Against Poverty. Bunch of beauties. This is Kimberly Stevens, and she's amazing. Playing along with the organ there. They're preparing for a wedding. Listen to the quality of this trumpet playing. You got this guy just standing there with his like hands in his pocket, and he's got that weird look on his face. He's like, oh my, that's great trumpet playing. He's like freaking out. It's probably his wedding. I don't know who these guys are, but they're crazy. What's with this weird giant fiddle bass thing? Cello over his shoulder. I've never seen anything like that. These guys are crazy. They got instruments you've never even seen before in Vernon. That's what kind of town it is. That's why you want to go to Vernon. Go to Vernon, spend your money. You might see these guys with their crazy, weird fiddle guitar thing that it hardly exists. It's like just like a frame. There's like nothing even behind it. No body. Just weird fiddle, cello frame thingy. In Vernon, BC, the only place in the world you can see that. Also in Vernon, British Columbia was this lady. It doesn't even say who she is or who that guy is there. But some pretty nice operatic singing, which means there's some talent there coming through Vernon or in Vernon or something. And maybe someone knows more than I do. I just think, wow, what a lovely, lovely singing voice this lady has. And here's the Vernon fire department there. They're at this graphics shop that's burned down. Consummate professionals there in Vernon. And of course, the job's over, so everyone's just going to stand around talking about like, oh, did you see that? Hey, oh, there was some real flames there. Hey, boy. Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe it there. Just talking about all the flames. Big time fire last year there in Vernon. See this like motel complex kicking off the smoke. My recommendation to people when this kind of thing is going on is be really aware of the toxicity of that smoke. It's so bad. It's so bad. There's all kinds of carcinogenic stuff in there. It's plastics. It's cancerous stuff. You notice those firefighters, they're all wearing SCBA. This guy gets his car out of there finally. He's like, I'm out of here. Don't think I want to stay at this motel no more. And look at that. Multiple points of fire there. People taking photos. Yeah, as you can see, the firefighters, they wear on protective gear, and they try not to breathe that toxic smoke, right? I want to encourage that for you as well, that when you see these kinds of fires, you give a wide berth. You stay back. If you smell any amount of that smoke, get out of there, friends. It's not worth it. Really sad situation there. People probably lost things, of course, as is happening with fire, but good example of the beautiful fire trucks they have down there in Vernon. Beautiful people they got there. Beautiful little motels they did have. Just a nice day for a bike ride in Vernon, BC. What are we going to see here? We got the ambulances. We got the RCMP blocking off the road. We got some fire trucks over there. Their lights are flashing. Maybe we got some water. We got some bystanders staring. What's going on? What's going on? Maybe they're thinking about going to that store to get cannabis. There's a nice restaurant I went to down near there once. Hope it's not that restaurant that's burning, of course. They're just going to bike past all the police, go have a look at what's going on here. Fire trucks are throwing water onto a building there last year in Vernon, BC. Last summer this was. So none of these videos are current. It's just sort of a look back at some of the things that happened in Vernon, BC over the last little while. They are shooting that water hard. That's a long ways that water's shooting. And too bad the guy can't get any closer to see. But I got the cannon boom off the top of the apparatus there, and they are firing water straight into that. The brave men and women of the Vernon Fire Department. Wildfire footage from August 7th, 2024 in Vernon. It's a very dry place to be. It gets really hot, and if fire sparks off down there, anything can happen. It can happen fast and bad, and everyone down there knows. They know what happened in Kelowna several times. They know. The people down there know. Here's our favorite. It's the skimmers. The air tractors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6 often. There's the third one. So they're all coming down, getting their water skimmed up, going to go off to attack that fire. Looks like all 6 are present on this one. So they work in team of 6 usually. Sometimes you see 4 or 5 depending on what's going on. But that's the air tractors going to go and hit some of those fires down there in Vernon last summer. Of course, we've seen footage like this on my channel before. I got a bunch of videos of the air tractors working there, which you can find in my 2022 fire season playlist, of course, as well. I appreciate it when you go and watch videos of mine from different time periods, because you never know what kind of cool stuff I got in the channel. There's years of cool stuff there building up, just waiting for someone like you to come along and watch. There you go. There goes the skimmer. Now you know how it is, people in Vernon fighting over cans, fighting over some garbage or this, that. Here we got an osprey and an eagle fighting. The eagle sitting in the trees like, I'm brave, I'm bold, you ain't gonna shake me, I ain't shook. I ain't shook that Osprey's gonna come back for another pass there. Yeah, you are. And Eagle's like, no, I'm not. I ain't shook. I ain't shook, bro. You can't shake me. I'm in this tree and I ain't going nowhere. The Osprey's going to come back around for another pass. Ospreys are pretty big birds, but we will never know what happened. More with the bears. People are always like, oh my God, there was a bear around. There's always bears around, people. You just didn't see them. They're there. Don't worry. Stop panicking. Just because you see one doesn't mean that it's special. Doesn't mean that it's a danger. Doesn't mean that it's anything different going on than what happens every day. This bear's just rubbing his arse up against the tree, I guess. He's like, they wish they got the whole video. I want to see more of the bear rubbing his arse, please. Next time you post a video, make sure you got more arse rubbing in there. And bears, oh my, they got them down there in Vernon there too. Of course, they're everywhere in BC. They even in downtown Vancouver, they're hanging out there. They're on Granville Street and Davie Street, and they're up in Smithers. They're all over the place, them bears. Their bears are everywheres. Even in Vernon too. You can't escape them even if you got lots of people around, lots of highways, and not much for forest around. These guys just show up there to go rooting through your stuff every night. The bears used to not root through things so much, but then they got into the meth, eh? And next thing you know, they got more and more desperate, them poor bears. More with the bears. Oh my God! There's a bear in Vernon too! Be safe, everybody! Oh, you know what you gotta do is just go out there and throw something at it. Hit it with something hard. And it'll run away and it will stop going near houses. People, you just got to stand up to these guys. It's like, I don't understand why all these community groups, it's always like, show a picture of a bear and everyone's like, you know, it's like fear clickbait, like, oh my God, there was a bear in Vernon last night. Just get out there and take that big, see that big cement like bird bath thing? Hit him with that. As for this guy, we know from our video from Williams Lake that these deer can kill you. I mean, look at his rack, though. It's all busted up, broken off, really cool looking. It kind of reminds me of the one I got here, actually, that my coyotelope is made of. Totally a regular rack that's just been bent by the forces of fighting, probably. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in this video here in Vernon, but it looks like it's at the ski hill, so it must not be anything bad. Anyways, that's the whole last calendar year and a little bit further of some of the crazy moments in Vernon, British Columbia. What a wild town it is. I don't know what's going on here. It's like lava is coming down the ski hill. They're like, I could only guess, friends. If you were there, you'd be there. But as you know, Vernon, BC, real lovely town, real beautiful part of the world. Hope to get down that way again soon myself and see some of you. Have a great weekend until then, friends. Okay, hit like, share, subscribe. Bye.